Okay, now
This conference will now be recorded.
very good. Okay, so next one is encryption. Next one is encrypt array encryption. Example: student one has a file. For example, f1.txt file is there. For example, this file is there. So I'm going to encrypt it. I'm going to encrypt. So what is this encryption? Normal data, if you see a normal data like this is in a different format. So using certain keys or algorithms, we encrypt it. So we can't understand what is there if even if you look at the data. Okay. So if you are encrypt a file, you can't see what is the content of the file, but we can see by a encryption key. So there is a certain words like that key, or we can say certificate. Okay, either we can call as a certificate or a key. Using this, we can able to view or access. Access means both read and write. Both read and write. If you have a key, so we can able to open it. We can able to read it. We can able to change it. If we can able to access the file, or we can say data. Okay, so whether it is one file or a multiple files, whatever it is, so we can able to access file or data or a folder, whatever you are putting a name, so we can see a lot of names are there. So some people will fix to the some names only. Okay, so if I encrypt this file, okay, so we can't able to see what is the content of the file, or we can't modify the content of the file, but using this key and certificate we can access the file. And next, by default, the user who encrypted it, he has a certificate in his user account, inside, so we can't see that one where it is located, but we can see. I will show you how to look at that one. The user who encrypt the file, by default he has a key also. I encrypted, I have a key. You encrypted, you have a key. That's it. Other users don't have a key. So user who encrypt a file, for example file or a folder, we can see file. By default, by default user can access the file because of the key or a certificate. By default the user has key or a certificate, so who encrypted it, so he can able to access it, no problem. But for other users cannot access because they do not have, or don't has or have key or a certificate. Okay, so this is the condition. For example, I have a room, I can able to open it because I have a key. Understand, I have a key, so then I can able to open and I can go inside. And for example, someone like maybe in Pune, my neighbors, my owners, or maybe they,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
Sir, actually, the encryption part is done From the center side, right, sir?
From the
Center side, sir. I think so.
center
In
side
such a
means
case,
server side.
there basically there will be two sides, right, sir? One is center side and another one is receiver side.
Okay.
From the center side, we have to send a file. Plus, we have to send. We have to add the algorithm as well as we have to add the key, right, sir?
Very good. You're right.
Yeah, sir. But what my doubt is actually
Hmm.
what key we have to use for seeing the file. Actually, we are sending our private key to the receiver side.
Very good.
Then only the receiver is able to encrypt, right, sir?
Hmm.
And we want to see our own file, right? Then we have to what we have to use the keys, sir? Public key or private key, sir?
One second. Because your question may not be understood by others also, so I will explain based
Okay,
on your
fine.
question. Okay.
Okay, fine.
For example, this is a server. For example, just for example, this is the client side connection. Maybe a SSH or maybe like that. Okay. So here I have a, web page, for example, or maybe I have a access. So what I do, I use a key or a certificate to encrypt this data while I'm sending. Okay, this key generally as is a, like a SSH. If you take an example, SSH, using SSH, I generate a keys, and one is a public key, another one is a private key. One is a public key, another one is a private key. So I will share a private key like to other PC. So both side required a key pairing is there. Server side use it to encrypt the data, and client side once we receive a data to decrypt the data we have a key. So we have a key at server side as well as a client side. So whenever I accessing the data, so once I got the data, to see the data, we need a key. So automatically, if you have a key, you can able to open the data and we can able to see the content of the data also. So either it is can be a HTTPS site, HTTP, yes, HTTP direct format, SSL secure socket layer. It means it will add encryption to your HTTP data. And user side, you must give HTTPS only. If this is HTTPS site, user side also HTTPS. You have to tell it. SSH. This side SSH connection. So this side is also you have to give SSH only. Otherwise, they won't able to communicate. In generally, certain certificates like a SSL, TLS, TLS. These are all encryption parts only. TLS, SL, TLS. Like those certificate will understand server connection and this kind of stuff. If in case like you are want your own certificate creation and you want to encrypt the data at sender end, means server end and client end also, then you have to share the specific certificate to the client, then only we can connect like a VPN connections, remote connection, remote data connections, cloud virtual machine connections. If you see a cloud service, in the cloud you created a virtual machine, now you want to access the virtual machine from your PC. So they will generate automatically here one certificate will be generated, that is .pem file something is there. This certificate you have to download to your physical machine. Using this certificate only we can able to connect this virtual machine. Otherwise it is in encrypted format, so you cannot able to connect it, you can't able to see the data. So this is the question actually. So one side and another side. Okay, now tell me, continue your question. What happened?
Can you do it now? Can we encrypt file by ourselves?
Yeah, we can do
Will you be able?
in this exercise
Will you
only
be
we,
able to do it now?
yeah, we can do In this exercise only, like a student one, create a file and we'll encrypt the file and we'll try to access with a student 2.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now my point is like as he said, it's a actually good point, that is, but we don't have a two systems in this scenario. But what we are doing here is a simplest thing is we back up this keys. What we do, we are going to back up the key, which is why we are encrypting data. So there is a key or a certificate. We are going to back up it. Backup means we are exporting. We're exporting key, and we save in some place where other users can able to access that one. Now, when user to student to try to access, okay, file. For example, file1.txt. I'm giving file1.txt, but actually I don't use that one. Any file. Just for example, file1.txt. I'm trying to access. Automatically, we can't access, right? We can't access. Now, what I will do, I import, or we can say install this certificate. Okay, we'll import this certificate or install the certificate in a user 2, and we'll try to access the file. So we understand how important these keys are a certificate to access the file. Okay, so this is our practical. How you do it? So I will show you once. So I have to log in as a student one. We can use either side, like a student one and a student two, or student two, student one. So either side do it. But when you do it from student one and access with the student two, it is always feels good. Okay, that is the one. So understand what we are going to do it. So while you do it, definitely will understand. Important is managing the certificate and looking at the certificate and location of the certificate. Next, let it logins. It will take time. And some people have now generally like you are different categories are there, like a different people having a different experiences or a different way of learn, already few things learn and they want to implement in real time like that. Okay, for example, you have a server on your own, maybe in a cloud or maybe in some hosting. Maybe you want to encrypt it on yourself. So I will tell you very simple thing. Self signed certificates are there. Certificate. Okay. Self signed certificates. Self signed certificate means you can create your own certificate, some certificate, and you can link that certificate to your website. So then you can able to become we can encrypt your data on as your self certificate. Okay, so if possible, just try how to generate your own certificate and then we can encrypt your own data also. Okay, so this practical is a very simple practical.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I didn't get the concept of certificate, sir. What is meant by certificate, sir?
Certificate means nothing but it's like a key only. It means when I encrypt some
Okay.
data, so for example, normally like you have a lock, you lock your room with a key, right?
Yeah, sir.
If key
Yeah, sir.
matches, you can able to unlock it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
when you
Yes.
build a lock, definitely you should build a key, right? So the key
Yes.
tell you how to unlock it, so how
Okay.
to do it. That's a very simple to understand. For example, I have a key
Okay.
and you have your key, some key is there. not same key.
Mm.
Can you open this
Yeah,
one?
sir. No, sir.
Right, we can't put beds. If you go to some hotel, lot of rooms are there, each one is locked,
Mm.
same company lock, same hotel, but keys are different. So same thing,
Yeah.
like you are encrypted, each encryption it generates for a for you, you have to back up that key. The key is nothing but like a how to decrypt it, what is the footprint or a thumbprint will be there, each key has a
Yes, sir.
thumbprint.
Uh, Sir, in keys concept, we have two types of keys, right, sir? One is private key and another one is public key.
Yeah,
Public
that
key is
is
known to everyone, and the private key is very secret, and it is known for the only receiver
trusted people.
who is going to decrypt the data.
Private
Yes,
key
sir.
only for trusted people.
Yes, sir. In my words, I can say that receiver is the most trusted one because he is the only one who
Yeah.
wants the data, right, sir?
Mhm.
Yes. My doubt here is uh, for encryption, we you said that we have to import or install certain certificates into your particular website, right, sir?
Yeah, right, right.
In that website, what type of keys we have to include?
No, no, it is
I
one
am asking
certificate
that
only
it
here.
is a public key or it is private key, sir?
No, no, no. It is one certificate only because different places, different certificates we use it. Generally, here I am
Yes,
talking
sir.
completely about one certificate only. That only we are
One
going
certificate.
to export and import it a other side, other PC or other user, other PC, like that, other site, other
Yeah.
places. Like so, that is one certificate only we are using. I understand the private key,
Yes,
public key part also because SSH. If you use SSH,
yes, sir.
like one second, the command is SSH keygen. If you use the command SSH keygen in Linux, automatically generate two keys. One is private key, one is dot public. One is dot pub, another is don't have any dot. This is private
Yes,
key.
sir.
Sir,
This is a public
one
key.
doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, means public and private keys when we are sharing.
Like
Is
trusted
it like
connection
if
purpose.
we are sharing, if we are sharing public key, that then only few content of the file will be shown to the user owning public key, sir? Is it like that, or from both the keys the complete file contents will be viewed?
There is a multiple type of mechanism is there. For example, this is server and this is the client. Okay, this is the client. Client means remote terminal. You, I am talking about SSH only, not anything public and private. Why? If you are using PuTTY or maybe Windows system or Linux system, whatever it is, SSH client side. If you establish a connection and it will ask username and password, username and password. Okay, so then automatically it transfer the key to you directly, and in a server it will directly note down your IP address or a computer name. This is the trusted user, trusted PC, trusted IP address in the server. This is direct mechanism. Automatically happens. We can't see that one. So if you don't want to do like this, if you don't want to do like this, because someone is connected, automatically your server is trusted that one. That is, you feel in a security wise it is not good. So what I will do, in server I will configure, if anybody comes with their my private key or public key, so when I come with a public key, when I try to connect it, but I have to not only just connection request, I have to give my have to show a public key. So those users only allow directly without asking any password. He has a key, allow directly. If you don't have a user key, ask username and password. I will tell now. Okay, so if you have, I will revert everything. Okay, guys. Again, we'll see the from starting because I changed little bit statements. See, this is the server. It means main PC. This is the client means from where you are making a SSH connection. You put a SSH command to connect it. So request will go. So with the username, it will ask username and password matches, and it give automatically key to it because it trusting it in the server. It note down known host. The file name is known host in a server. Known host, in that one it will note down this is the known host, so we can give the connection to it like that. So trusted host both side. Okay, another side again I will go. This is my server. Actually, it is reverse mechanism is also there. Client server give a their key or public key or a private key, public key. Okay, so key to client. So directly he got a key through network or maybe through pen drive or something. The client has a key. Whose keys? Server key only. Server's keys only. Two keys are there now. He got a public key and he want to make a connection. He got a key. Okay, he got already key is there. So because of this key, client will make a connection to the server using this key. I have a key. If you have a key, come and allow. Just like a simple mechanism. Bank vaults are there. No bank. In bank, you put your personal items. If you watch English movies, usually like what we call that one.
Yes, sir.
Locker rooms.
Locker. Right. Locker. First of all, you have to bring your key, right? So you have to bring your key. Bank people has a paired key is there. Bank people has a one key. You have a key. Then you said, my name is this one. This is my identity, and I have a key for a particular locker. Then what the people do? So they will unlock using a pair. Pair means bankers and my key. Both keys are matches. Lock opens. Take a item whatever you store in that one. Very simple. Same concept only. Same concept. The private key, public key matches, connection will establish. Otherwise, no connection. Maybe you can follow the other rules. Depends upon configuration, how you configure. Compulsory key required, compulsory not required. So compulsory matches. If not matches, verify the username or that particular user should be in this SSH connection. So other settings are there, but I think you understand. Public and private key matches, connection established. This is one of the explanation.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, are we sharing both the keys or only public key with the clients, sir?
No.
Earlier you
One.
said that private keys are shared with most trusted user. That's what I am asking, sir.
Okay. So leave out about that one. Just for example, I'm saying one
Excuse
PC.
me, sir.
This PC having private and as well as public. For a client means those person will try to connect it. So to the trusted people. So what I will do, I will share my public to them. Okay, I this is we are not doing now because we have a direct putty connections. Earlier we done. I know how to transfer like a using a SCP. We transfer the file from here to here. Okay, using that one. So like this. Okay, so when I make a connection, I show my certificate, and then I can able to do it. In Windows also it is there, but I have to search in my Windows about that list. Still I didn't remember where it is located. No. So better not to search. If you ask question, I will get more interested. If I got interested, then I will search. I can't stop that kind of stuff. Anything like SSH, putty, or kind of stuff. So usually it is nothing. It's empty folder. Yeah, it will be there inside, but Didn't remember where I put it. Linux is quite easy. Linux we can easily directly I can show the how it is mechanism works. Okay, so we leave it this one, guys. Don't do extensions because it's around 10 to 5. You have to close by 6:30 at least by today. Okay, I'm created a image. So I'm going to edit this image. Here I'm using edit only. So I am using images for this practical. A simple image, anything image like mm, I'm using a triangle. Girls don't spend more time on creating paintbrush and all. Okay, so like a house building and all kind of stuff. Of course I'm doing now. Very simple. Okay, then so I'll put a one by one color like a red color here, yellow color here, green color here, here. That's it. This is enough. Save it, or maybe just actually I want to yeah, that is enough. It's a bitmap file. I'm going to rename it, so it's a very big name, so just I put a rename like pic1 pic1. Okay, so this is the pic. Okay, just I open again. Okay, I have a pic. Okay, so this is the pic. Now I'm going to do encryption. I'm a student one. Okay, I'm a student one. Okay, I'm encrypting here. Check it carefully what we do here. um, right click, properties, everything. Right click, properties. Now I'm going to advance, encrypt content to secure data. When I click OK, so when I check this one, when I click OK, there is a notification will come here. Okay, so you have to click on that notification to back up your keys, back up to keys. But if in case if you miss it and you forget it, you are miss that point, you miss to take a backup, and you done a click OK, no problem. We can do it. Okay, again we can be able to back up. I will tell you those options also again. So this is the file. Click on it, right click, properties, then which tab, which one?
Advanced.
Advanced.
Encrypt
Encrypt
contents.
content to secure data. So here I click on OK. Okay, I'm going to click OK. Okay, click OK and apply. I just click on apply. Where is the notification? Yeah, we got that one. If you see in bottom, this is the icon, or usually it shows notification. Notification one is there. Otherwise, click here, no problem. Yeah, we got a notification here. Click on this one. Click on that one. Now it is showing backup your encryption certificate and keys. Create this backup file help you to avoid permanently losing data to your encrypted files if original certificate and keys are lost or corrupted. Okay, so normally after I encrypted, once I click on apply, automatically the key is added to my user account. Automatically it is added to my user account. It is, I will show you where it is located. But I want to take backup as a file. If in case, if I format my C drive, I lost my keys, right? So then I use these keys for accessing purpose. Here, backup now, later, never backup. I'm going to backup now. First option, backup now. It is export wizard. Next, do not change anything. Okay. If you like, you can search each and everything in a Google or something, whatever it is. Okay. Uh, this is called a personal information exchange. Don't change anything. If you want, if you know better, then you can do it. Otherwise, no need to do anything. Okay. Very simple. Go next. No need to change anything here. Next, either you use username or password for a particular user, particular group, or a particular system, like they, sorry, particular user or a group. If you want to add those user names here for become owner, so otherwise no problem. Okay, anyway it is great, so you cannot do it anyway. Select password. I am giving password instead of adding a user. So if you know the password, then you can able to open it. Guys, I'm giving very simple password is ZAQ1234. ZAQ1234 7. We'll see whether it is working or not. Otherwise, I will change the password. Earlier, this not there. Triple DES SHA1 or AES 256 SHA2 things. Anything is okay. Anything is okay. So I use the default one. What are the option is there here? Just two algorithms are there. Encryption by algorithm. Different algorithms are using like a RSA, SHA, SHA1, SHA256,
AES.
AES. So different type of algorithms are there to encrypt it. It is there. I choose that one only. So I don't want to trace what algorithm and all kind of stuff. Just very simple way. Understanding keys purpose only. Encryption only. Where you want to store this certificate. I click on a browse. By default, it will tell you store in your documents. But I'm going to store in my direct C drive in a separate folder. The folder name is wait. My mouse, the smooth surface. It is running away. Keys folder. So I created a keys folder here in a C drive. So I open keys folder. Okay, I'm going to store in keys folder. Now I'm going to put a some name. Pick one hyphen key. Something. Pick one means I can understand. I use this one for pick one. The .pfx automatically will come. Different type of certificate extensions are there. This is personal file information. .pfx will come. Some are having .set, .pem, some CRT. Like different extensions are there. Depends upon algorithm. Depends upon type of certificates. Like that. Okay. Okay. Finally finish it. Next finish. Exports was successful. Very good. Okay. Now it is encrypted. If you observe closely, the encrypted file showing lock symbol. The lock symbol means it is got encrypted. Earlier days, like a Windows 7, Windows Vista, they change the colors to understand compressed file and encrypted file. Now it is very good thing like we can understand by encrypted file. Okay. As I said earlier, This is how we do up to now. Okay, understand the steps. For example, for example, you miss the notification, you are not done the backup. You are not done the backup, you miss the backup, or maybe you didn't see that option in the bottom. So obviously you miss it. So don't worry. First, select the same encrypted file, same file only, same steps only. Go to properties. So pick one, BMP properties, advanced. This check mark is already there. Then you can see details button is also there. Details, details. Click details. Select this one. You can see certificate thumb print. This is a data you can see. This is a thumbprint, means it's a uniquely code it is. Using that only we can able to encrypt the data. You can see backup keys. Can you see this one? Backup keys. Click on backup keys. The wizard is started. Same thing. Next, next. Give some password. Okay. Give some, okay. Don't give random password. Give proper password. Then next, choose the file. Export. Same steps only. So I'm canceling it. Same step only. So if you miss your taking backup file when the notification, if you miss the notification, no problem. Click on a details. Click here. Backup keys. Wizard will start. Follow the wizard. Give the password properly. Don't forget the password. Okay. Like this. Next, another one. Another one. I'm going to run. I'm going to put MMC. What is MMC? Capital or small, no problem. What is MMC? Microsoft Management Console. MMC. Microsoft Management Console. What is it? It is an empty console, and we can add what you required of the management related, like disk management, service management, event management, like that. So click OK, MMC. I'm telling other path. Where to see the things, like click S. Where to see our certificate or anything like that. Okay. This is my empty console. It is having nothing. We can add as per our requirement. Go to the file, add or remove snap-in. Click on add or remove snap-in. Select what is your required here. I need certificates. Click on certificate. Click add. It is ask my user account, service account, computer account. Computer account means computer certificates. My user account means my user base certificates. Computer certificates for all the users in the computer. My user account is for my account purpose only. For my user personal only. Service account means service based things are there. Now we are not going anyway that one. You have to go to my user account, click finish, then automatically click OK. User certificate will come. Okay, I'm doing it again. So look at carefully. So what to open in run?
MMC.
MMC, Microsoft Management Console. Very good. Next, file.
Add remove snapping.
Yes, add or remove snap-in. Very good. Now what I want?
Yes.
Certificates. Add. Click add.
Computer account.
Okay, first one. Yeah, others are there, but first account. My user account.
Okay.
Finish. Okay, it is showing current user. Click OK. So automatically this console got a one thing. Okay, certificate. Personal certificates. You can go one by one, expand it, and then expand the personal. Click on the certificate under left side. Then you can see student one, and when it is issued, who is issued, when it is issued, and when it is expired, and what is the intended person. The purpose of this certificate is encryption purpose only, encrypting data purpose. Okay, so here this is the double click on this certificate. You can see the certificate thing. Issued to, issued by, valid. So 100 years validity is there. So if you want to verify after 100 years, so give it to your grandchild, pass it to your children, grandchildren, like that. Verify the certificate after 100 years, or buy a time machine. This is certificate path. This is the details. Look at these details. Version is v3. Signature algorithm SHA RSA. Hashing algorithm SHA. Valid from, valid to. Public key. This is your public key. Public key parameter. This is public key. Okay. Next, so enhanced usage is encrypted file. This is important. This is a thumbprint. So this is the main key. So when our user want to open the file or access the file content or maybe change anything, first immediately he has to open the file, right? To that one, to decrypt the data, you need a thumbprint. If thumbprint is different, okay, certificate is name, everything is same, but thumbprint is little bit different. You can't access it. You can't access it. Okay, this is the public key. This is the total key for pairing purpose. Okay, so this is about your certificate. Now again, you want to delete the certificate, you can delete it, and also you can export the certificate. If you click on the certificate, so right click on this one, task, click on export. Again, same wizard will run. Same wizard will run. Okay. This purpose is not, that's enough. So MMC and open it. Look at there. You will understand easily. Now the certificate and all everything is completed. So what I am going to do is I have to verify. No, not this one. So first of all, I have to sign out. So if you do this same practical, it maximum 5 to 10 minutes practical. But for explanation, it is taking 30-40 minutes and extra time also. Student 2. So I'm going to student 2. Tomorrow we'll see file sharing. Actually, today I want to show you remote desktop. I never means so many days before I showed remote desktop kind of stuff. Okay, so online it is very difficult to show because we don't have a more desktops. Okay, yeah, we are in a student 2. Okay, so we got screen, then we drive, which file it is, this one, right? So it is showing something, let it come, so it will take time. Yeah, sorry, little bit distraction. uh, I'm trying to open, we'll see. Some practicals expected is should show something, right? So that is some practical. In our practical we expected errors. If it is show error, practical is successful. If it is not showing error, practical is failed. We are trying to get errors. So this is, see how my classes are like that. See, can you see this one? It's look like you don't have permission to view this file. Check the permissions and try again. So successfully, the second user cannot able to, user 2, sorry, student 2 cannot able to access the file because of the file is locked. File is locked by encryption. File is locked by direct encryption. So this is it. Guys understand? So encryption up to here.
Yeah, again, how will you that user?
How we will access?
Sir, how we will access that pick one file?
Yeah, yes, very good. Good. But up to now, okay?
Yes, sir. Up to now,
Okay,
it's all
very good.
everything is clear.
Clear, right? So then we'll go to the keys folder is there now. So what is the required to open? What is the required to thing is required to open encrypted file?
Key or certificate.
Key, right? Yeah, key or certificate. Key is required, or key or certificate is required. Okay. So this is my key. I stored in a keys folder, right? C drive, keys folder, and like this. This is my certificate. Double click. Or right click, anything, no problem. So if you right click, then install or double click, both are okay. So install pfx, right? So you can use that one or double click, just anything. Wizard is started. What is this wizard? Welcome to certificate
Import.
Import wizard.
import
Later,
wizard.
earlier we exported. Now
Export,
import.
yes, very good. Earlier we exported, now we are importing it.
Importing.
Current user or a local machine. Machine means it is for every user in the machine. So no, like that I want for this user only. Current user. Next display password. So I'm typing my password. I forget. I think this is my password. Okay, I didn't change anything here. I'm not changing anything, just I given a password only. Again, next, it is asking two options: automatically store in a particular place, uh, automatically store into that certificate places, or you want to use by yourself, like place all certificate in following store. So this is the store. This is the store. Personal, trusted, like this. This is the store. I'm not doing this one. Simple. Keep it in automatically. Next. Finish it. import will successful. Okay, but I am going to show you again. Right click, first one, install pfx, which are started now. What to do next? Current user, next. This is the location of this location only, C drive keys, that location only. Next. So when I exported, what are the password I given? Same password I have to give. Next. Leave it for the first option only. For currently in this practical. Next. Finish it. Import successful. Import was successful. Okay. Successfully imported. Now I'm going to E drive. So I have a key, right? So I have a key. Then I will try to open this file. Open. Okay. Is it open? Can you able to see the picture? Beautiful picture of I created. Something like some different nation. CTS YouTube class. No one is responding. Can't you able to see the screen or what?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. We open. So what is the difference between earlier it is not open, now it is open? So what is the difference?
After we install the key in the user's PC,
Yeah,
then
after
only we
installation
have
of key, you have a key. User has a
access. Yes, sir.
key. So then he can able to open.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, the encryption is used to secure our files, right?
Yes.
If other user is going to decrypt this and can view the certificate, then how it will be a secure thing?
You have a friends. Are you be in a room like a bachelor rooms,
Yes, sir.
and you lock your room and put a key to your some place where your friend only can able to access that key, and you're given a key to him. A duplicate key you are given to someone, a copy of the key. Then definitely unsecure, right? And why you are
Yes.
giving? Because we trust them. We don't hang the key to everyone.
Yes.
So if you want a security, keep the key certain place, and that too we are using a password to import or export. Yeah, while export we are giving a password, while import you need a password, otherwise you can't import. So you are going,
Yes,
which
sir.
is a secure, does not mean you have to put a, instead of door and lock you have to put something wall on the road, right? Like secure
Yes,
means
sir. One more. If some the folder of the key folder is visible to other users,
yes.
if that person delete that key folder, what we will lost that key, right?
Very good, very good. Yeah, yeah. It's actually that is a good thing, right? Yeah, it is. I put a keys folder in the C drive, so anybody can see the my keys, right? And if they guess the password, so they can import it. Unsecure. This is unsecure. So what you have to do for your
Yes.
personal thing, you have to store in your documents, so then no other user can access in the documents. Otherwise, put it in a pen drive, email, Okay, safe side. You have to keep it safe. Does not mean you have to lock everything. No one will access.
Sir,
It's
what
not
if
that
someone
security.
by chance if that person deletes, how can we get back that keys if the complete key folder is deleted? How
Okay,
can we get back those keys?
very good. So student 2 deleted this folder. Now you log in as a student 1,
Yes, sir.
and you can go
Yes,
to
sir.
MMC, go to certificate, add or remove snap in, certificate, export it again. This key is useless. This key is a backup, means like a certificate. That's it's a backup only. Original running key is in MMC. If you delete this one, nothing will happen. Original key is
Okay.
there actually in your system, inside your system. Got it? This is for backup,
Okay.
like for sharing
In
someone.
this sir, that file is for of student one, and I am logging as a student two. Can we import that key from MMC if I know the password?
Okay, this file is not there. So you log in as a student too. Very good. So one by one step we'll
Yeah.
go. Okay, then will be correct. Otherwise, sentence will confuse. So forget about this one. So in student one, MMC certificate, entire path. Actual certificate is there. It's stored in that certificate. Okay, very good. That part completed. Now you are in a student two. You don't have access of this one. This backup file is not there. Now you want to go to MMC. Student two, MMC, user access. Okay, and you are going to add a remove snap in certificate, and you open. Can you able to export the certificate here, like import or export from here? We can't do it because in student one MMC you have this certificate here. Yes, as student one, that certificate I showed, right? That certificate will show here, but that certificate won't show here. In student 2 MMC, the certificate won't show here. Student 1 MMC, certificate shows. Student 2 MMC, certificate won't shows, because this is in this user base, this is in user. That's a current user I use. If you are, it is a machine base can be there for all the users. So it won't show. So then you know it, you cannot export or import things. Okay. These backups you have to secure yourself. You have to secure self. This is for understanding how keys are works. If in case if you lost, maybe you lost the key in your MMC. If you lost the key in MMC, data is actual data is, where is my data? E drive. My certificate, my encrypted file is in E drive. This is in E drive. For example, my C drive is formatted. My C drive is formatted means obviously I lost the key. So then I can get this key from backup. I can get this key from here. So I put draw so many things. Again, I will erase everything. Okay. See, here it is. For example, instead of C, I have a F drive, or maybe I keep this one in my mail. I keep it in my mail, or maybe a pen drive. Maybe I'll put it in a pen drive somewhere safe, not in C drive. Just I use C drive. That's it. I use C drive. Just don't think we should put in a C drive and all. So I use mail or a or the drive, or the, maybe pen drive, like that I keep it. Now in my MMC I have a certificate by default. Now I formatted my PC. What happened? In the E drive folder, I have a file, but I can't able to access because of the certificate is gone from my PC. Understand? Up to here, this certificate, MMC certificate gone. You can't access this file because you don't have a key. You lost key. You can't access. So how to get the key?
If we use that
you can use this one. You have to
Pendrive.
import this backup. Okay, guys, anybody got confused or a headache? No problem, because the doubts are doubts. Okay. Some people won't get that doubt. Means if they are not getting doubt, obviously they're thinking something different way. But people who got a doubt, they will get clarified. Yeah, I got a doubt. This is my file, right? I can able to open the file. It's not my file. It is students one file. I am able to open the file or not. We'll see again. It take lot of time. Windows. This picture is very slow. Photos very slow. Can I able to see the picture, right? How? Because I installed the
You inserted the key.
certificate, right? Yeah. If I remove it, I'm going to MMC. Next step is
Remove snapping.
next.
Certificates.
Certificates added. Okay.
Now personal. This certificate is personal. Different places also there for different certificates like this. Here also some certificates are there, right? So our certificate is an under personal certificate here only. So I'm in a student two. This is my certificate which is given by and to student one only, but I got it. I imported. You can see encrypted file system. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, deleted successful, and it show warning without reading. I deleted. So I'm closing this console. I don't want to save the console. It's just a console only. I can open anytime. Now can I open this file or not?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll open. It's open. It's not throwing error. How? How?
Because we already imported the key.
Then I deleted it also.
But you saved it, right?
Logging disk C saved in saved in C drive, no, sir.
This you are telling about this one.
Yes, sir.
It do nothing. It do nothing. If you import, then
I
only
think
it works.
the key is sir, the key is already storing in running in background of RAM.
Good.
If we clear that, then it won't show.
Good. Good. One more. This is good. Good. Correct. Try one more. And another ways. Anyone. One is good. Like the key, what is whatever you install time, or maybe when you are decrypting it, it stores maybe in a RAM. Another one. Some more. Same only. Same grounds only. If I copy something or cut something, where it will stores? If I install some application, the extracted data, where it stores? System running, the access data, the background data.
Drive C, sir.
Yes,
Drive C.
sir.
C.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere you know answer, guys. That's why I'm asking question. If you don't know, I will tell. It means if I think you don't know, definitely I will tell. You
Repeat
know
the
answer.
question, sir, once again.
If you copy a file or maybe you're typing some data on the file, generally everything is in RAM only,
Yes.
but in disk, in the disk only. I'm not talking about RAM. Another side, some place our data is there, but if you turn off or something
Cache,
like, huh?
Data.
cache memory, sir.
Cache. One more.
Cache data.
You're almost near. Cache. Good one. Yes. RAM, cache. Cache is actually answer, of course. Okay. Very simple, guys. Here it is. If you do about this one only, I'm talking, not about talking other things. When you decrypt this one, when you use key, you're using a key and open this file, that mechanism, the key data stores in your system, cache, temporary files, right? Cache files, temporary files, it stores inside your system only at present. Of course, RAM, as you said, like running piece, it is also in a RAM. Okay, so because of that, the key stores in your cache are temporary files. That's why you can able to open even though you deleted the key, but you are not deleted the data of the key from your cache or a
Temporary files.
temporary files. Very good. Okay, so here earlier when I use previous Windows version, starting Windows 10 version and Windows 7 and 8, when I log out and log in, automatically cache will be clear. That's why I always tell sign out, sign in, sign out, sign in. Always compulsory sign out and sign into another account or maybe a same account, but compulsory sign out. Because when you're signing out, automatically it clears your caches and all. But problem is what happening from last two sessions. I'm using new edition of Windows 10. I'm using new edition of Windows 10. These caches are not clearing up. So just for a sample, we'll try once. Otherwise, we'll try other places. Just I'm sign out and sign in with the same user. Otherwise, you can restart your PC. Then also the caches will clear in generally. I'm signing out from user 2, means student 2. Oh, but time. Guys, mostly the Saturday or Sunday, yeah, you may have a mock interview kind of stuff. You compulsory to attend, put a mock interview. So either by me or Charan sir or Madhu sir. So anyone can able to ask questions. Please be ready, study. Some more additional points are there. So I'm logging again, sign in again. Again I will try. So by this time maybe it may clear caches. Otherwise disk cleanup. So normally it is look like a nonsense or a very small thing. Okay, but when you got a real time problem, then you will get to solve it. It is a very smallest idea, very small thing. Sometimes may give you maybe solve a very big problems. Understand? The smallest thing. It happened to me one very silly thing. It is happened when I am in the lab in previous organization, and now it is not there. But previously we do so many things. Okay, now it is happy, so no need to worry about so many courses, so much of learning, daily practicing not required. Okay, which is very silly thing happened. I thought I search in a Google. They're given a lot of solutions also. little bit I got a fear about to do that kind of solution. Means you have to open the Microsoft SQL server and you have to change some tables. That much. So I got a doubt like if I do some mistake, the total practical will gone. Again, I have to install 7 systems. I use 7 or 8 systems for one single practical. That is a very good one. So what happening here? Huh? Instead of clearing the word, okay. How to open this Explorer, File Explorer, Windows E. Okay, so I sign out and sign in. But last time means when I use previous version of Windows 10, 8, 7 kind of stuff, working fine. But last class it not working. This time we'll see this edition. This is a 21H1, right? Photo open, black screen currently. Now white screen. Then it is not working. Picture is there. It means successfully unsuccessful. But very simple. Go to this PC. Go to C drive. You said correct. It's in C drive. Properties of C drive. Why my E drive is 2 GB? So 10 GB drive, right? Showing 2 GB.
In morning session,
Student,
we played what?
student to sir,
Quota.
student to sir.
Very
Quota
good.
by
Correct. Morning. I didn't remove the quota. I leave like that only. That's it is showing 2 GB. Very good. You remember.
Yes, sir. We eat badam, sir.
Why it is not starting? It is taking too much long. So just click on disk cleanup. Okay. And for E drive and mainly C drive and E drive also use a just a disk cleanup. Okay. Or temporary files, everything will be deleted from here only. Caches and temporaries both will be deleted by click on disk cleaner. The wizard will start. Actually that is not starting, and it is when we don't have a time, so lesser the time, and it will give show a little bit hell like that. Try to take revenge. So morning onwards you are using me, huh? And now I will take the revenge. So this is E drive, this is the C drive. Both I want a disk cleanup, disk cleanup. Yeah, now something is started here for C drive. It is calculating. Can you see? Download program files, downloaded program files, temporary internet files, Windows error reporting, direct access, optimizing, temporary files, thumbnails. Okay, like this something is showing. We'll see. Cleanup system files also there here. If you want that one, you can select that one. Okay, I'll give password because you have to clean. You have to go to student one and clean up everything. That is a better option. So meanwhile, I will try for my E drive because anywhere it can be stored. It is a very dangerous thing. Actually, don't go to that cleanup. That one. This is why it is not showing. is for C drive only.
Till how long the class will continue, sir?
Actually, your class time is 9:30 to 6:30, but starting late half an hour by 10 o'clock, and we are closing at 5:30, 6:30 kind of stuff. Let it complete. Otherwise, this portion we don't put as tomorrow kind of stuff. Okay, it will take time. Meanwhile, I will tell one thing is directly I will tell because I want to tell after class completion where it is. Okay, so download Windows Server 2019. Okay, 16 is there, but download 2019. Download, that's it. Same as a Windows 10. How you download a Windows 10? Same thing. Try Windows Server 2019. You'll get this link. Okay, if you want, I will share the link also through your WhatsApp or anything. So check it. It is a Server 2019. 16 and 19 not a much differences. So then better to go for 19 directly. Select ISO. It is Azure VHD is there, but select ISO. Select ISO. Click continue. Same thing like last time how you give a details. Click OK. It is purely 64. Okay, you can continue download. Same thing like a last time as I showed Windows 10. You can download. Okay, so download it. So tomorrow I will show you installation and all. Not a difference. Yeah, it is 4 GB there. See, but I don't want to delete this 4 GB. Windows update cleanup. 4 GB update is there. Delete files. Okay, download the Windows Server 2019 today because it's again 5 GB, 5.5 GB, some size is there. Okay, so better to download. Hmm. The name is look like this one, so it is like a 19 something is there, so we'll see how it is look like. Yeah, this is yeah, here it is. This is the one only server evolution version. After you download, it is look like 17763 like this. Okay, this is 2019. Its a size is around 5 GB. So compared to 16, 19 is little bit less size. 16 has some problems. One problems are there, but everything is same. 12, 16, 8, 3, 4, anything. Okay, this is the size. Start downloading today. Okay, this is completed. What about this cleanup? Server up to now whatever it is here. Okay, something. Okay, if you want to check it like a percentage stamp percentage also if you want, or a prefetch temporary prefetch, the data also you can able to clean up. If you want you can clean up like this, shift delete. So I will try again. If I got successful, we'll see. I don't want to open now. This is always a better to restart after this one. If you want successfully get a error, sign out. Otherwise, sign out and sign in with other user again sign in with this user. Like that you can do it. Sign out from user 2, sign in with the user 1, again sign in with sign out from user 1, sign in with the user 1. Like that also you can do it. Guys, unlike Linux, Windows required lot of patience. Lot of patience is definitely lot of patience is required. One is system slows. Okay, system is slow, and one side we don't do anything. Now we are in Windows, we are doing in one account and we are checking with another account in the same PC. When it come to the server and other practical, so up to now we are doing, so tomorrow practical we should use two PCs, two systems. Okay, so compulsory how to work with the two system, and in a servers two systems. You do something in server, you have to verify in a client. You do in a server, you have to verify in a client. So that is, and it will time taken, so lot of patience is required. As a cognizant or anyone like a people, some people may will tell like so what is that in that one, this is the service, install and do it like this. But I seen the systems actually really in the lab environment much closer. So if you remember our Windows 10, I never get that kind of problem with my Windows in my Windows 10 specifically. If a student do mistake, it's a mistake. It's a learning opportunity, but it is a mistake. Faculty should not do mistakes. Should not happen something that kind of stuff. Windows E. Okay, we'll finally verify. Why? What happening? What? Still, we can able to view this one. To restart or something. That temporary the caches, RAM storage, that it's not clearing up, because when you see that thumbnail, automatically we'll understand, we can able to open it. Practical is failed. Tomorrow we'll try again, because I'm going to shut down this PC directly. To wait.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so wait for 5 minutes. And what I said, download Windows 2019. Yeah, failed. Okay.
Windows Server 2019.
Yes. Okay, so I will share this link. Where is that link? Why it is okay. Someone got my drive, right? Last time I shared a drive, so that is also contains. So okay, so this is it, guys. Okay, we'll see the part like I'm going to restart and all. Anyway, I've shut down this one. Tomorrow when we do other practicals, remind me to check this one. So I will check it. Okay. It happens. It last time, last batch also it is happened, because the new build version of Windows 10, maybe there is some fault in that one also. So compulsory, don't forget to shut down your PCs before once your lab is completed. I'm shutting down, so then no doubts. I won't. I'm tempted to tell a doubt also. Shutting down. Again, I'm telling. Go to, so type just Windows Server 2019 ISO. So 2019 like this. Download. Click here. Yeah, I am getting confused with what screen you are seeing. Okay, just type like this. Open. You can see. Try Windows Server 2019. It is a evaluation version. Microsoft Evolution Center. So this is a part. Okay, so then scroll down. Oh, 22 review preview also released. 2022 preview released. We'll try later. So server 2000. So like if you want 12, you can download 12. Unlimited. Wow, unlimited. Hyper-V unlimited. 19 Hyper-V. Okay, but we need this one. Windows Server 2019. Okay, Windows Server 2019. 180 days. Why it is not showing anything? It is showing description but not other things. Just before it, yeah, it is because of this one. Okay, select ISO, continue. Okay, server 2019, like this. It contains two editions, so then you don't have to worry about it. With desktop experience, core, and also standard and data center. Okay, so just download ISO, give information here, something give like this. Okay, give some email ID, working, non-working, some random email ID you can give, continue. So download it, that's it. I'm not downloading it, that's why I'm not giving any information. Okay, try it. So download today, tomorrow I will show you how to install. Otherwise, you know where to get that information.